Whew. So, hi my friends and my seniors, welcome back to my brand new and also interesting video. Yes guys, this video is very interesting video as I say, and if you listen this video, be carefully so you can learn a lot of important thing from this interesting video. Yes guys, so if you new in this channel, so also subscribe my channel for more update, and if you have any question and you also leave a comment, so then I will say to you the question answer. So guys, I don't waste time. So in this topic I'm talking about very interesting topic. The topic is how I learned the spoken English. Yes guys, so we all are know in this time to survive in this time that spoken English is the must be important thing. We know that without spoken English we cannot be successful in our life, and also we cannot achieve our success without the spoken English. And also English language is one of the most important language to survive anything and like things. If you got job, so when you go to the another country, then in this time if you did not know the English language, how you communicate with another person, so that's why the English language is must be important. So today's topic I am talking about that how I learned the spoken English by easiest way. Yes guys, because spoken English is the must be needable thing to survive our life, to survive in this time. The spoken English is the must be important. So I don't waste time this extra thing, that I will divide this thing four types for you better understand. Yes guys, these four types, if you can understand this four type, you can easily learn the spoken English. So number one is the most important. I always say it in my lots of video. Number one is your stories. Yes guys, it is story that if you did not read the story, you cannot learn anything. The story is the most important to do anything in your life, to learn the English language. I also learned the English language by story. Yes guys, my teacher also suggests me to read story, but I will say to you that the thing is that my teacher always suggests me to learn to read the story. So when I didn't care what is story, my teacher also gave me the stories, read the story. I cannot understand why he gave the story. Then when after I read it, and then I realized, then I know that what is the value of the story. The storytelling is the must be important thing to do anything, because guys, storytelling is the one of the most important thing to learn news, to develop your speaking skill, and also learn the English spoken English spoken English. So also it is same English speaking or spoken English also same. So this thing is the must be important to story, that if you cannot read the story, you cannot get stock word, and if you cannot get stock word, you cannot speak better. If you cannot speak better, you are the failure in your life. And also if you did not know, if you did not have education, if you did not know the English language, you cannot be success in your life, and you did not got respect in your societies, in your school, in your culture, in your environment. You cannot get success, you cannot get respect in your environment, in extra thing. Because also I know, like I will tell a story to you, all of you, listen, be careful. The story is like when I read in class 6. So in this time I just do lot of fun, and I just do lot of fun. And I tell this, I do lot of fun. I didn't concentrate my stories, I didn't concentrate my study. I all time just read, I all time just do fun, I all time just played. And my father always say, when my father came back at home at 9 o'clock in the job, So my father always communicate with another person. So my father always say that my friend's son will friend's son was greatest thing. He do job a very high level job. I My father always said this thing, that I don't care it all of the thing, because my father also talking about my father always try to give best thing for his life. So I don't think it, I don't care it all of this, I just do play. I played and played with my lot of friends. In this time I have lot of friends, I could not count it, that I have lot of friends. And in this friend I just took my cycle, and I go in the way. And then after evening, like 6 o'clock, then I came back in my home. And then in this time also I read at 13 minutes, or 13 minutes or 1 hour. 1 hour also completely not, 13 minutes I read. I could not properly read this time. So in this time, when my exam was passed. And then in this time I did not prepare myself, I did not prepare for write the exam. So in this time, what am I doing? When the exam time, when I will when I go to the exam hall, and my teachers also gave me the exam paper and the question sheet, so I just shocked. I could not write it properly, and every chapter, every chapter, every subject, I cannot write it properly because I did not prepare at my home. So that's why I cannot write it properly. So then after I got very low mark, and then my father was very angry, and I could not understand how I stand in front of my father. So then I decided to stand in my front of my father. So and I say that I feel lost. And then he said to me that you look like your mother. And I also shocked that what he says. And then in this time my father told me that called your mother. And then I said to my mother, I said the mother, father, my mother, dad will call you. And then my mother go to my father, and then said, my father said to my mother that mark, this all are happen is dependent only you, that all time you just care a very, all time you just care it, all time you just do lot of thing with him. You don't talk, you don't say to him that don't go there, don't go there, all time you just leave him. So that's why he got low mark. So I in this time I decide, I read properly, and I read also properly. And then I just focus in the English language, I focus in the stories. And then after I read and I read lot of stories I read in every books. I just read in 5 to 8, I just read and I read, and all the stories I can read, all the moral story I read, all the moral thought I read. I enough read all the moral thoughts, I think that. So this thing is much be important, that the stories is the one of the best way to learn the English language. Yes guys. And number two is your practice. That practice also, as I say, the practice that also, you also, I think that you also can say that we also do a lot of practice at my home, we also do a lot of things, but you did not do practice properly at your home. Yes, this is the problem. That's why you cannot that's why you cannot speak the English language, because English has a special thing, and English is a complicated language. English, that if you can know the way to learn the English language, you can easily learn the English language. And also, if you cannot know the way, if you cannot know the easiest way to learn the English language, you cannot learn the English language. So that is the thing is very very important, that write, take a notebook and take also pen, and in this pen you write about you, what did you do yesterday, what will you do tomorrow, what did you do now. you just write it in your mother tongue, and then after you thinking that, then you try to translate it in English language. That when you have done this, that you will learn better. That if you can write it in the English language, if you can translate it in the English language, and you also can learn the English language easily. So that is the thing. It's much be important that you're thinking. That I also in this video I will share to you that LSRW. That you know what is the meaning of LSRW and what is the full form of the LSRW. And you also I also say that LSRW, that else means is listening, and S means is speaking, and R means is reading, and W means is writing. And also the next thing is, the next important thing is in LSWI, and I also in the next tomorrow, not in the after one Sunday ago, my teacher also showed me this thing, that LSWs joined at T. What is, and LSW is joined at T. Do you know what is the meaning of T? The T is your thinking. Yes, guys. LSWs and joined and we joined a new thing. This is the thing is T. LSW T. So if you can understand the LSWT, you can learn better. So I also in tomorrow I will upload a new video with LSWT new thing. So this thing is must be important there. So if you can understand this thing, and if you also, when you write this thing, you just try to practice it. That's how you practice, that in front of mirror, in your friend, or maybe one of your friend, and he came and you do conversation with them. You do conversation with them. That if you cannot do conversation with him, so you in your front of mirror, you're talking about yourself, about your culture, about your environment, about your study, about your family, about yourself, about your school, about anything, about tree, about yourself, about your father, about your mother, about your grandmother, about your sister, about your brother. Try to speak it. Try to speak it. That speaking is the must be important. That if you cannot speak, you cannot learn. Speaking is the must be important. So number three is must be important, that remove your hesitation. Yes, guys, hesitation. That how you remove your hesitation. Called one of your friend, and in this friend you try to do conversation with him. That if you can do conversation, you can learn the English language easily. That also the thing. So when another person when like another person was when the like another person was came when like another person will came at me and at we, when the another person came in front of us, that we are hesitating now what question he tell us, that if we do mistakes, so what the thinking. But it is not. The mistake is the must be important. That the speaking is the must be important. Like that, we must do work. We must do work. We must do hard work to achieve our fluency, because if you cannot do mistake, you cannot learn properly. That a mistake is the one of the most important thing. That if you cannot do mistakes, so how you find out your mistake. That if you do mistakes, so that's why you also can find out your mistake, and you can also remove your mistake. You can also remove your mistake, and then you can properly speak this thing. So that thing is must be important, that remove your hesitateness and your mistake, and automatically will remove. So that thing is must be important. And number four also I said it. Number four is the much important. Listen, be careful, that you're thinking, as I say, the thinking, think the good thing, that what you will do, what you have done. You just thinking that now every morning I get up at earlier, and then I read and read, and I read and I take an English book, and then I read and read all of the story. That is the spirit. That is your good thing. think good thing. That's why if you can focus this thing, you can learn better. If you cannot focus, you cannot learn. So that is the thing. So I hope you all understand that is the thing is that thinking your story, how you tell the story, try to think it, that if you can find out the easiest way to speak the stories, that you can learn the English language. So today's video is enough. So I hope you all are understand what I am saying. So if you understand, so you also like my channel. And if you new in this channel, so I think I did not introduce myself. My name is Kunal, and I am I read in class 8, and my I am 30, I am sorry, I am 14 year old. So thank you for watching. Bye, see you in the next interesting and also brand new video.